Alrighty, it's time for a little bit more Kadomon. Today is the 27th. The game has been out for a couple days now, and I'm very happy to say that a lot of the bugs that were plaguing this game are now squashed. There's still a couple here and there, but honestly, at the pace that they're going with squishing all the bugs, I'm very excited. Because, yeah, this game is super duper fun, and that was like the one thing holding it back in my eyes. If I can encounter any, we'll go ahead and point them out. But that said, this episode is going to be focused on getting hyper evolutions as well as split evolutions. So there's some really, really cool stuff you can do where you can actually split your evolutions and all sorts of really cool stuff like that. So we're starting off with B-Leaf, because B-Leaf actually has a really cool split evo. And, yeah, we're gonna see how that plays. I don't really know which way I want to go here. I don't know what the split evo is like, actually, so we'll just have to kind of play it by ear. Let's go down to this earth path here. We've got a nice early Rokorm, not too shabby. Don't mind if I do. Rokorm is super strong. We've been having some great runs with him lately, but I may end up pivoting off of him. We'll see. We'll see. It's one of those things where you never know what kind of team you're going to go in for unless you've got, like, your whole thing planned out ahead of time. But even then, sometimes you don't get what you're looking for, you know? Let's see here. Ally fainted, gain attack is pretty good. Ally ahead hurt. Gain strength is strong, but it makes knocking strong as well, which is scary. But I think it's generally, like, universally very good. And quick cash is strong when the other options are bad, but these are good, so I'm going to go ahead and take that. We'll grab Rokorm, and we've got access to an early Thorncorn. I'll take that, it's pretty good. Throw that on Rokorm, and get them all ordered up. I'm going to go ahead and box knock, because I want to save him for later if I can. And, yeah, let's see where to go here. I really do like a lot of the wind types. They're pretty fun, and I've been trying to make them work a little better. Sometimes I can get, like, a crazy team going with them. Peculate, yeah. Yeah, I've been kind of looking to get a Peculate run going. I'm going to try and make B-Leaf lose, because part of their evolution is fainting and then being sold. So, if we can make that happen, then, you know, that'll be good. And that'll be set up, I guess. There we go. So they've been fainted, which is step one, but we should still win, because we've got, honestly, a Rokorm is just crazy, and the bug synergy this early on is really good. So there we go. So, in theory, we should be able to get a split evolution now. If we sell B-Leaf right now. Look at that! B-Reef! Oh no! Others sold, grant 1 random ally 2 XP, gain 1 fortress, fortified, and the lowest ally back. Wow, what a strong defensive unit. That's so cool. Wow, 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 wow. Okay. That's super awesome. Dude, okay. Yeah, so there's all sorts of split evolutions hidden in this game. We've even encountered some already. But, yeah, it's really cool to, like, try and learn about all this stuff. And I've got, like, a little document here that has all of the hyper items and all of the split evolutions as well up on my other screen here. So I'm actually going to make sure that that is linked in the description of this video. So yeah, keep an eye out for that. Actually, I just realized I don't have it up. I closed it. But I'll make sure it's up for the video, and I'll just try to remember. We'll see if we can remember some hyper items and stuff. But if you're not interested in looking up hyper items and you want to try and learn it yourself, note that there tends to be some form of logic to it. So, like, it's kind of clear, or at least it would make sense if you could try to figure it out yourself. So, yeah, that's an important thing to note. And, yeah, I'm very happy to have a new Kadomon. I didn't realize that the starter would have an alternate form. That's really cool. Kit Zap also has an alternate evolution form if you have a full electricity team. We're pretty far away from an electricity team right now, and I want to try and run Bereaf this time around. So maybe this will be our one split evolution for the time being. But I expect me to be using a lot of these in the future, because it's just such a cool idea to have like hidden split evolutions in a game like this. It seems like there's just so much depth to Kadomon, and you know, you think based on like SAP, at least Super Auto Pets, you know, there's not really any super major depth to it, and that's okay. But it's awesome to see that this game has all this crazy stuff in it. I'm super excited. Not exactly sure who we're gonna go with here. Let's see. I was too busy talking. Any Feint is pretty great. I like Nibble a good amount. Pop Ice is... I misused them last time. Ally gain shield, grant them energy. Grant allies a head shield. So they would be like a backline. They would be all the way in the back. It's not bad. It's fine. I'd like to get some more combo-centric stuff going on with Peculate. Also, I'm really happy to see Mashiki in the shop, the old shop, because Mashiki, I think, might be like the perfect hard counter to Knock King. I've been trying to think about like individual creatures that are strong enough to kind of bully that boss out, and I think Moshiki is a good answer, because you get the summons and you get the slows. So if you slow the boss down enough, they just keep killing the summons instead of killing your units. So yeah, I want to put that to the test as well. We'll see. We will see how that goes. And let's see, which way do I want to go here? I don't know. We'll go this way. We don't have any synergies right now, really. That's okay. We're gonna go ahead and do this. I'm a little bit worried about Peculate getting moved back into Popeyes' spot with Doot there. I think we'll have Bereaf in the back to tank Peculate, or tank Doot, and we'll see how that plays. We'll see how that rolls. But yeah, Bereaf seems like a little bit more of an advanced creature in terms of use case, so we'll see how we can make them use. Other cell, gain 2 XP. It's not a lot of XP, but it is an XP generator. So it would combo well with the Brute Barb, and it would combo well with oh man, the Tadpole creature, but I don't have access to that one because my save got reset when the full game came out, which is totally fine. I'm happy to just play it all again. It's really fun doing all the unlocks and stuff. And yeah, it looks like this fight is pretty much on lock. We don't have anything to worry about. The Fortify is going down on the Bereaf is really good. Yeah, it's super strong. There we go. That was clean. That was clean. Now who do we want out of this mess? Paranute is super duper broken. Crazy unit in the right setting, but we don't really have anything to combo them with. Sardian would at least get us a Dusk bonus going, which would be something. It would be something, I guess. Skimu doesn't really match up with anything. I think Doot is just universally good. We'll take a Doot. Why not? Now, does Doot belong in this party more than anyone else? I feel like Peculate really needs, like, a good gang to really scale up. But there's still potential for that. Let's see. There's another Peculate. This one's got Quick Escape. Interesting. Double Quick Escape jetpacks, I think, would be really cool. That's something that I'd be interested in giving a go at some point. I think that would be potentially very strong. Alright, let's see how this battle goes. Peeling being that far up is pretty good. They don't really have a proper front line, so we should have a pretty easy time with this fight, if I had to guess. And Peculate being in the back there means that it's going to get sniped out by Doot whenever it feels like it. Whenever it's ready to do its attack. Oh, almost died to the, Wait a sec. That's funny. I am not live. It's just a random subscription. Or the random follow. Thank you. Thank you for that. Alright, there we go. Not too shabby. Pretty good. Alright, I'm gonna grab Snows, because I can't get the item off of this Peculate. That's... I don't know whether that's one of the bugs, or if it's a game design thing. Spear is hilarious, by the way. This stuff, I've lost so many times to this now. Definitely my most regretful unlock. But also super sick. At some point I hope to, like, actually utilize it to my advantage. But, I don't think this is that kind of run. Also, I want to say that Scoopsy would pair really well with Bereaf because you can repeatedly sell it over and over. So we might end up picking up Scoopsy just so I can sell it repeatedly. That might be a strategy we go for. Also, gained fast, get strength would be really great with Peculate. That's a reasonable synergy there. And is there anything else really in the shop that's tickling me? I think it's just those. Those are the main things. And we'll see what we can do. Another grass type. Bereaf is staying in the party, I think. I really want to make Bereaf work. But the regen of grass is, like, very whatever to me. I don't really care. I don't really care about the regen. I think that there's just, like, better type combos we can go for. Let's go ahead and evolve, if we can. Yeah, we'll probably evolve next battle. I don't like doing first floor elites because they're incredibly dangerous right now. They're basically unbeatable. So we're gonna avoid those for sure. And at least they have some bulk. This team actually has some potential to take me out. But we'll see. Oh man, so yeah, another change that they've done is bosses now, rather than taking 100 morale like they did before, they now only take 50 morale, which is really interesting, because that means that you can bypass a boss by losing. Obviously, you'd lose out on some of your rewards, but even still, you know, you could potentially, like, build up enough morale where... I wonder if you built up enough morale, you could beat the last boss by losing. I think that would be very funny. It was funny. The other day, I was suggesting if you get, like, over 1,000 morale and you lose to the last boss, you get a friendship victory. I think that would be really amusing. It feels like the kind of game where, like, if you found a way to, like, economy break it, that would be, like, a fun way of doing it. I think you'd have to make major sacrifices to get that kind of morale, though. I don't know how you would do it. But, it would be cool. Here we go. Bereaf's evolution. Demolize. Oh my god, he's got a funny little flower nose. That's great. I don't know. Kitsap's cute. We'll hold on to him. We'll hold on to him for the time being. So it doesn't look like it got upgraded too much. We'll just leave it as is, and we gotta hang a right here, otherwise we're gonna get in trouble. Scorpet's pretty cool, but we don't have any summons. I guess we would have bug summons if we did get Scorpet. Slamala, I've definitely been making some decent use of recently. I think that they've got some pretty good bulk. And they're just like a sturdy creature. Alright, that was really nice. The thorns really did a lot of work there. Very convenient for me, along with the Doot snipe. Doot is crazy. Doot is really crazy. It feels like they don't play super well with any of the synergies, but it's still pretty good. Like, it's pretty dang good. Maybe I could go for an assassin team. That could be fun. There's a couple of, like, low health assassin type creatures in this game now. And, yeah, they're really good. I don't recall what the other one is, but it's like some sort of mantis bug with blade scythes. It's not Scyther, I swear, it's not Scyther. It's its own thing, I promise. This is going pretty well. Demolize needs to maybe move Rokorm back, but I guess we're pretty much set already. Man, all those fortifies are pretty crazy. Fortifies a really strong effect, by the way. I think it's, like, pretty tippy-top tier. Finding any way of getting fortify is pretty fantastic. There we go. Not too shabby. And do one of these. On attack, remove. Cold Dent is pretty darn good. I'll grab Cold Dent for now. It's decent. Alright. Our inventory of guys is looking pretty full, and I also don't really have any of the synergies I'm looking for yet. Careful could be good, but I don't really have any on-hurt effects. But it would be nice to scale up Doot. Yeah, I guess we'll just keep at it. I mean, first floor, we don't need to have any super crazy synergies. I don't know how to do this, but I've just been picking them all in order. I have no idea how to do that. I'm pretty sure you have to turn them all off. And if you don't do it in order, it's really easy to lose track of which ones you have and haven't done. Which is why I'm just in this nightmare scenario. Peblo, come on! Yes! My boy! Also, Turtort has been crazy for me lately, too. Turtort is super nuts. You can get some crazy shenanigans going with Turtort. Alright, well, with Peblo, that gives me more of a reason to run Careful for sure. And I could run, like, Peblo in the midline. And then I just need to pick out my front line. I guess it could be Demolize. It's kind of an interesting idea. Yeah, it's not the greatest synergy. Demolize seems pretty hard to synergize with, but maybe I'm just missing something obvious. I feel like their general effect is really strong, but, yeah, I am struggling to find, like, the dream combination with them. So I'll have to play around with that a little bit. There we go. Pretty clean win there. I'm pretty happy to swap out Rokorm here. And let's go ahead and grab Peblo, because he's my boy. I'm gonna say goodbye to Knock, because that's obviously the least likely to be useful. And we're gonna grab Careful, get rid of Snows, and go ahead and put them there, them there. They're definitely bulky enough to be in the front. It feels like they're maybe not necessarily supposed to be in the front, but, you know, we'll make it work. Alright, so I'm thinking we go Peblo and Peculate here. We drop Doot, and then we give the glasses, and then we'll be able to kind of attack rather quickly. That's kind of the idea. Pup Ice is not really gonna do much here. You know what? I don't need to get rid of Pup Ice yet. We're gonna shop a little early. And we're gonna give that to Peculate and have some strength, and there we go. So that should be good. Peculate will be the first one to get moved back. We're gonna need some form of healing for Peculate eventually. But I feel pretty good about this party, honestly. This looks pretty decent. Let's see how this runs. We've got triple wind currently. I'd like to get it higher than that, even. I think Careful... I don't remember how Careful evolves. Let's take a look at Peculate. I mean, we'll probably be fine either way. Like, the boss isn't that bad. Let's see what we got. So, Ruskew gets 2 damage. So it doubles the damage result from the speed, which is fine by me. Let's go ahead and try this Team Comp out. It's a little frail, but it's not too bad. Actually, it's not that frail. I don't really consider Peblo a tank anymore, like I used to. Just because he inflicts flail to himself, which is some scary stuff. It's very dangerous. But, yeah, we'll see. We've got healing on Demolize. We've got a little bit of strength gain up there for him. And we got speed in the back line. I think Careful's pretty good. I think they've changed a lot from the demo. But with that said, I think they're in a more balanced state. They're probably one of the most balanced speedsters in the game. But if I could find some way to get like a frontline speedster, that would be really good. And I do actually have a couple ideas on how to do that. In fact, I've got an idea that this just jumped into my brain. We might end up having to dump our one unit. We'll see. I'm gonna take the extra wild grass because you know, I've come to appreciate having a little bit of extra morale in great times of need. Let's see here. Battle start, other allies, 3 attack. I think that's probably the way to go here. It's just pretty darn good. And I think that's all she wrote there. Let's carry on. So who am I after now? I guess I'm after an ice unit, more than likely. Or perhaps a poison unit. And this has a bit of both, so we'll go that way. Okay. Baby or Bulbish would be pretty good. But I don't think we're going to have the choice to pick that one, unfortunately. You can see that strength is really scaling up for Rusku. It's pretty good. This team, unfortunately, loses to Knocking very, very easily. So we're going to have to ideally pivot off of it, at least for the boss. And we'll have to find some sort of other method of beating the boss for this floor. Because if we stick with this, we will lose. 100%. There's no chance of winning. Because we'll grant him so much speed and so much attack. And so much strength that he'll just rip through us. So, yeah, we'll have to find some other method. And I have a couple of ideas. If we find the right item, we might be okay. Let's take Turtort, just because it's really flexible. It synergizes with a lot of different creatures. So we'll hold on to that for now. And we're looking pretty okay. Like I said, my main concern is the last boss starting to bully me. Propulsion. I like Propulsion a lot for dealing with the boss. I think it's a decent way of doing it. But Balium's really cool too. Can definitely really get some stuff going with them. We don't really have any good synergy to work with for that. They're actually getting a lot of speed here from their Paraswoop, but it looks like they're not quite keeping up with Careful, which is nice. Very good. So it's only ally hit attack, which is very of note. Gotta keep that in mind. We're gaining all of this starting speed off of the air synergy. So yeah, we might need to find... I want to find somebody who can go here, that can gain speed on their own, and fill the tank slot. And I know like an item plus creature combo that could do that, but I'll only reveal it if I find it. I think we'll just leave that as a dream for the time being. We'll grab Balium, I guess. They do a little bit of speed. Let's dump Pup Ice, even though they're like right about to evolve. It's got to be done. We could also get rid of Aquana here, but I don't think that's necessary. Grant allies behind 3 speed. It's a pretty good amount of speed. We're kind of super speed pilled at this point. That's the line we're going down. Mushiki pairs well with speed as well, by the way, because the more they attack, the more ice they end up generating, which is a positive as well. Let's go ahead and get Careful evolved. I don't know if we'll find any of the Hyper Evolution items this time around, because I tend to be pretty stingy with the way I play my shop. We'll see. And Peblo has an alternate evolution line if you can pair them, I believe, in either 4 wind or 4 ice. I can't recall off the top of my head. I'll have to look at that sheet again. I didn't mean to close it. I'm annoyed at myself. It's okay. We'll do some more of that stuff. Obviously, we got Demolize this time. I'm happy to just get this one. Okay. So we'll head over this way. We've got an Ice type, but that's not really what we're looking for. I want to see what Demolize final form is. Ooh, Jellian. Very cool. I don't think I've run this thing yet. Before battle, summon a Kadomon from the box at level 2. Grant all allies bomb and forward 1. I could do quite the shuffle comp with that guy. And that guy plus Demolize, we'd have all sorts of shuffling going. That could be interesting. Smogilla is one of the units that I was thinking of that would functionally be great as a frontliner, though. So they're making me choose. Do I want to go Smogilla for my frontline, or do I want to go Jellian and, like, completely revamp into a shuffle composition? I think we're trying to use Demolize, so let's go for a shuffle comp. We'll pivot. Why not? This team isn't going to work in the boss fight anyway, so we might as well. And we might be able to keep Orbital, at least, to get our stacking up. So that'll be cool. We'll see how that plays. Alright, pretty good fight. Managed to make it happen. Rokorm's evolving, Fluffern is evolving. Let's see what we got here. Yeah, wait a second. That was an alt evolution for Plasmula! Oh my god. Okay. So what is it that caused that alternate evolution? Hang on, I'm gonna pause and go look it up right now. Alright, I am back, and now I know how to evolve Plasmula. You need to have a quad air synergy, which means that for this evolution, we're gonna have to go 1 round without Demolize. And then we'll be able to get that new variant. Also, my lovely shiny Plasmula. Love it. I love it. Alrighty. Before we do anything, I should dump somebody from the party so we've got a little bit of space. Goodbye, Wormint. And goodbye, Fluffer. At some point, I need to do 20 battles with my box full with 6 Kadomon, because that's how you unlock one of the Kadomon. And it's killing me inside, because it's so inefficient. You need to keep open spots so that way you can get new guys. It's just such a waste. It's real hard to get me to do that. Okay. Well, there's one other dude over here that would be pretty helpful. You know what? I'm gonna go down the middle, because this spot is just as likely to have it. So let's see how we do here. Brute Farb, I believe, has an evolution if you have quad poison. So that's another thing we can go for at some point. Rooskute, calm down. That's a lot. You're just kind of really going ham on them. They probably don't deserve this. Oh my goodness. This Rooskute is kind of putting in work. Kind of a beast. Orbital doing some good work up the front too. This bird needs to calm down. That's crazy. Alright. Looking good. By the way, I'm sure there's a... Oh, here we go. Hang on, Turtort. We already know Turtort. Baleen, we already know. Here we go, Plasmula. New evolution. New Split Evo. And we get the shiny version. It looks so good. That's so cool. Oh, man. Oh, and there's the item. Toxic Lamp solos the last boss, or solos Knocking, which is really good. I can wait on Ice Throne. I think Toxic Lamp literally saves us. Oh, man. It's tough. It's tough. Because I want to take it. It's the right thing to do. I've got Chushian. I want to, like, make someone's really, really slow. So that way they don't hit. But I don't have anybody like that right now. I don't know. I think Ice Throne's probably the correct choice. Okay. Frail Applied. I guess the shield would be good. I think I could maybe get an evolution out of that. Potentially. Okay, so now we've got really good reason to spam all of my levels into Jellian. Grant all allies bomb and forward 1. I wonder if that means they're all moving forward 1, or does only this guy move forward 1? I don't know. We'll have to try one more round. I want to get Demolized back in the party, but for now, I guess Rusku would be the cut. That would be the one to cut. Okay, and we're going to Icetown. Oh my god, what the hell? What are they doing? What are they cooking here? What the heck? Okay, whatever. I mean, that's something. Huh. Weird. Weird. Can't say I've seen that happen before. Oh, and look at that. 6 starting speed. That is lovely. Rusku, once again, will not calm down. You can't make him. He's just going to the moon. Gonna have to... I love it when Cold Ent comes out in the front. I love that. It's so ideal. You just kind of get to attack forever. God, Rusku is kind of crazy, huh? Kind of really good. So just to be clear, they got like 3 attacks off so far. It's good. That's good, I guess. Good try. So, Rusku did 285 damage. Everybody else did almost nothing. Good job. Good job. We definitely can't have this thing in the party when we're doing the boss fight, because that's how we guarantee lose. Go ahead and get a little bit of extra XP on our Jellian. And at this point, let's see. What's the strat here? It feels wrong replacing the unit that just did all of the damage. But I think it's the cool guy option, so we're gonna do it, just for a round, see how it plays. And hopefully we can get, like, wind onto our Demolize. So Filament has an alternate evolution too. Let me go and look at it right now. So we've come across it a couple times. Lumat needs 2 fire and 2 physical, and will become Moltant instead. So it's like a fire version, which is really cool. Very neat. Alright, let's keep it going. Trying to find as many of these cool new alternative forms as we can. It's crazy that they're just like, oh yeah, you know, split evolutions in a funny little roguelike game. Why not? It's so great. There's just an absurd amount of content in this game. It's pretty spectacular what they've managed to do here. Okay. Looking pretty good. Okay, so Demolize moved himself way back. And so Jellian moves itself up. Okay, that's good to know. It just moves itself up. Interesting. Okay, that's that's really weird. That's gonna be super awkward to play around, honestly. I don't really know how I'm gonna make a comp around that. I'll be real. We're coming up fast on the boss, and I'm kind of freaking out. I don't know what to do. Oh, man. I think we're gonna lose. This is what's gonna happen. I'm gonna go look for some... Ooh, we can unlock the new misprint. Oh, should I do it? Should I unlock the new misprint? I mean, Jellion's really cool, and I'd like to see their evolution. But it's a misprint. You gotta take your misprints. Goodbye, Jellion. You were cool. You were very cool. And we've got access to another Earth, which is great. Where do we want to take that? Demolize wants to become air. Pegusto could become Earth. Pretty reasonably. I think that's fine. We'll do that. Jar of Dirt would be very welcome to have. Love to get that in the party. I guess we're back to this composition now, for the time being. We'll take a look at how it's running, and then hopefully we can change it enough for the boss here to survive. I don't have super high hopes, to be honest. It's one of those things where you gotta plan it out. You really gotta plan it out. And we might have been a little too slow this time around. We'll see. We do have like a meaty shop still, because we've got all of our funds. So we can hunt for something like that. That could be pretty good. Alright, Rusku doing just absurd levels of damage, once again. But I can't use it in the boss fight, which is like the main problem. It's the main issue that we're facing right now. Okay, so let's get some extra HP going on Demolize. Because we're going to want that. And I'm going to put the max HP on them now, too. I'm going to try and get them evolved to their final form. Because I don't know if we're going to make it through this last boss. I'll be honest. I don't know. Knocking is like the true final boss. Chilladin, that's who I was looking for. Chilladin is huge. Chilladin is exactly who I was looking for this front line. That's how we will really cook. We might be able to pull this off with Chilladin, possibly. We'll see. The real question is, who do I replace Chilladin with? Maybe Rusku, honestly. It's an awkward pick. That's for certain. So Demolize will hopefully bring themselves back here. In theory. To keep themselves safe. Oh my goodness. They moved 2 back? Huh. Interesting. Interesting. There we go. Once again, our hyper carry, unfortunately, happens to be the unit that's going to have to be replaced no matter what. Undoubtedly. Getting some fire types would be great, and eliminating grass type would be pretty okay too. But taking 2 less damage is just really good. So we're going to take that. Okay, so it is time to revamp this team. And we need to really plan this out. So Chilladin applies Hurt, or on Hurt applies Frost, which is really, really valuable. Especially if we pair that with Fatiki. So I'm going to grab 1 Fatiki. I'm not going to worry about level ups, because we're going to level up naturally anyway. Pegusto is probably not going to be super great for the party anyway. And at this point, we are looking for very specific creatures to help us out. There's Shottis. That was the one that I was thinking about pairing with Aquana, because they're both very, like, backline killer focused. So that could be kind of cool. But, you can see that they're both rather squishy. So it's kind of scary. Oh, man. Chushian would apply a bunch of poison. Man, oh man. How are we gonna do this? We don't have any bug type to work with. We don't have any summons. We do have Ice Throne. I was thinking something like this might work. I mean, this would be nice because when it gets hurt, it would speed up and start attacking more, which would get all these guys more stuff. But the problem is the boss is going to be attacking at, like, rapid speeds if we do that. So I'm thinking we need to go with something like this. Which is, like, really weird. But ideally, the idea is that they all, like, take turns punching at the boss. And hopefully they can just tank really well. Like, this is a completely different format of a team. But I think this is kind of what we have to run. And I'm gonna try and get my lad to level 3. Just because I can. We'll get rid of Turtoise. And all these 3 are staying. So I'm gonna do a buy sell on the cheapest unit. Snice is a great buy sell, by the way, because you get to sell them twice. So we've got them down 1. And we're going to be able to do that again later. Here we go. Moltician. Damn. That's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. Alrighty. More frost would be great. All the frost we can get is going to be frost that we want. Alright, I'm hoping this is the comp. I'm hoping this is what makes it through. This might seem strange to do such a total pivot, but knocking is just such a menace that I genuinely believe that this is what it takes to beat them. You need to plan your entire day around it. if you don't, you're gonna have a real bad time. Okay, so we've got all those frails and all those chills stacking up, which is good. I need Moltician to use their special, but they're not going to. I think Chillidan's gonna go down here. Yeah, that's super unfortunate. But we have the Shroonobis, so hopefully those will be enough. And we can build some of those up. Get that going. I'm hoping the knockards die at some point. I didn't intend on having them literally never die. It's a little scary. We'll see how that plays. And, yeah, just hope it works, I guess. Also, I'm a little concerned that knocking is getting tanked up here, too. There we go. We're slowly dealing with the knockards. Or getting bombed up. The bomb is, like, a super problem. I'm pretty concerned about that. But Orbital getting all these frails means that they're receiving all the frails, too. So, like, this is looking okay. We might be alright. We'll see. I don't know. I don't know. I have no idea. Okay, that's a lot of frail stacking up, which is good. More slows. Okay, there goes my next most important unit. Thankfully, knocking's getting pretty low. If Orbital can get, like, a little bit more sauce on them, we'll be okay. We just need a little bit more bombage. Oh my god, that hurts so bad. That is... Okay, he's down to 8 health! I think we win guaranteed. I'm pretty sure this is a win. There it is. Sweet. Look at that. Whew. That's what I mean by, like, you have to total pivot against that guy. If you don't, it's game over. You need to respect the knocking passives. I still don't know how I feel about that boss. But if you play smart, you can beat him. But you have to really kind of, like, 5D chess him a little bit, I think. There we go. What do we got? Enemy, after enemy super, deal 2 of a random negative status effect. That's pretty cool. Would that evolve any, ultimate evolve any of my guys? I'm gonna quickly check, give me a sec. Alright, I'm back, and it looks like Telescope will actually do a special evolution for Peblo, so we're gonna try that. I don't know if it's specifically Peblo or if Orbital will work too, we'll see. But that's really cool, I'm excited to see if that works. And yeah, if I could change anything about this party, it would be Ruskew coming back on, replacing Fatiki. And I guess Moltician, he's not really doing too much for the party anymore. I don't know, he hasn't been super useful for this run. But now that we know what he does, we can maybe craft a team around him next time. Which I look forward to doing. And in the meantime, we'll do something like this. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. It looks like I'm missing a unit that I haven't gotten before here. Let's try to hunt that. So where are we going to find the most waters? There's a couple there. And there's one up there. Okay, so let's try that. So we're on the last floor. Damn, that's just a Locoviathan. Alright, just a whole-ass guy. Ally summon, take 2 damage. That's interesting. I don't know how I feel about that one. Squiraf is cool, too. Very strong unit. Super OP in the beta. I don't know how good they are in this version, but the fact that they eat armor super well is pretty cool. So I'm sure we could play around that a bit. Oh my goodness, the speed. Locoviathan definitely gonna give us a run for our money when it comes to how fast everyone's gonna be. Banuk's just killing himself like usual. Banuk really needs, like, items for sustain. He's a very unfortunate little guy. He just believes so much in his team, but it just gets him killed, you know? It's a shame. There we go. Good damage. Good damage overall. I'll take it. And, I don't know. None of these are really tickling my fancy for this team comp. We've got a good thing going here. One thing that we can keep Moltician for is, hang on. I want to see if I sell a guy while he's down here, do we get the resources for it? We do. So we can just have this dude kicking around giving us XP. So if you ever are going with a B-Leaf and you decide you want to pivot it, just dying on purpose and then having this guy in your secondary slot is a great idea. That's super cool. Alright. Well, in that case, let's go ahead and do that. And we're good to carry on. Ooh, it's a Smogilla as well. Look at that. Damn. Damn, you could do some cool stuff with that. I feel Smogilla and Chillidan actually pair really, really well together. They, I mean, both of them applying the freeze is super strong, so you can definitely play around that. This Shottus might just auto-snipe my Ruskew. We'll see. Shottus is super, super dangerous. Just will absolutely destroy your team out of nowhere. Very, very rude. The backline snipes. I love the assassin creatures, though. They're super fun. Let's see how this fares. We're getting... Oh, I shouldn't have speed on... I guess I should have speed on Pagusto. It should be on Chillidan, but I want to max out Chillidan's health as much as possible, obviously. And then for the last fight, we'll min-max for optimized party layout and all that sort of thing. Wow, 13 attack. I guess that's from the Sheriff's badge, huh? It's pretty good. Here we go. Let's see here. Any attack gained? Gain speed. We don't have anyone gaining that. We're going to take Smogilla, and we're going to hold on to him. Because I think he matches up with our party pretty well. Aquana's not really going to do much in our group, so we're going to go ahead and dump him. I've had him long enough to know that he's not going to be an endgame part of the strategy. And, yeah, we'll see how else we can fit some stuff in here. I would love to... I just so badly want to make Orbital work. He's such a funny guy. He's such a funny guy. He's literally, like, self-destruct Geodude incarnate. It's amazing. It's such a funny setup. Alright, let's see how we fare here. They do not have a good party order at all, which is nice. Rabonical will get benefits from us frailing, but I'm not too worried about that, because we're probably going to rip through their party anyway, especially as we pick up speed like this. We're just going to keep going faster and faster, and I guess... Oh, wow. I don't know why Rusku picked Pegusto. Oh, because he's got hidden. That's very unfortunate. Very unfortunate right there. That's a lot of damage. Rusku's kind of crazy. Kind of nuts. I don't know. I'm gonna go for some more buy-sell strats, I think. Hang on, do I even get any benefit from buy-selling over just, like, taking the straight XP? I don't think I do. 6 XP versus, like, a level 2. The level 2 is gonna be more valuable. Now, we should think about... I'm gonna look it up, okay? I'll be honest. I'm gonna go look up what Pegusto gets for their Hyper Evolution. Hopefully we can find it. Let's do it. Ah, duh, it's a chariot. We may have passed one of those by at some point. Whoops. Whoopsie. That's okay. Hopefully we'll find one. I'm not committed to anything here, so I'm gonna reroll. I'm happy to do that. See if we find anything. Got a health potion, which is great. I'm just gonna go ahead and slap that on my Chilladin. Pretty pleased about that. Just get him nice and bulky. And yeah, nothing else here really matches up with what we're going for. So, just gotta decide which way I'm going, really. We want to hunt that new creature. It hasn't shown up yet. It's been awfully elusive. I'm surprised that we haven't managed to track it down yet. Okay, let's see how this fight goes. Chushin can do some crazy stuff. I really want to make a Prophasia run work at some point. It just feels like Splash is such a death sentence going up against Knocking. And it's like a really intensive team to try and get going, so... It's just scary, you know? It's hard to do. Alright, so I think our Pegusto is gonna be stuck without their ultimate evolution, but on the bright side, Chilladin and Orbital are going to be able to. I'm gonna have to make sure I pivot off the Jar of Dirt at the right time, and then we're good to go. There we go. So we've got Pegusto's evolution. I know it's not Pegusto, by the way. That would be silly. It's Gusto. Wow, Gallant. Look at that. Okay, what do we get from that? 6 attack and 3 damage, 3 speed. So they're doing more damage to our backline, but it is for more value, so I guess that's worth it. And I'm just gonna pick the Bubble Wand for no particular reason, and I am addicted to attack potions. If you show me an attack potion, I will take an attack potion. I'm stupid! I didn't make room! I hate it when I do that. Whoopsie. Whoopsie, indeed. Is Pegusto, like, is Rusku an endgame threat here? Like, I think they are. I'd rather scale up Chilladin, to be honest. Like, Orbital up in the front. Hear me out. So I'm thinking we do this, and we just, like, hit these guys over and over and over again. Like, I think that that's a pretty funny combo. I'm gonna hold off on giving the attack potion for that reason. And we'll see how that goes. Okay, cool. So, I guess we'll keep it going then. We can gain weighted dice. We can randomize all my currently owned items. Oh man, I don't want to do that. Or we can maybe gain some stuff. Maybe, you know, 50-50, Lamau. I've never lost a 50-50 because I've never taken a 50-50. I lost a 50-50. Alright, well, Might as well quit while I'm behind. Never doing that again. I'm not looking up Ruskew's thing. I feel like the goggles are probably just what does the hyper evolutions. Let's see if that's true. Let's see if the goggles are right. They feel right. They feel like the correct item. Zeporus. Oh my goodness. Very cool. I don't know if they take a moment to do the hyper evolution. Like, do they hyper in their next battle or something? I don't know. I don't know. Hyper evolutions are still a mystery to me. I'm working on trying to understand it. That's a Howlder. It's a fully leveled up guy. Okay, let's try this composition out once, and then we'll swap back to the other one just to see if we get the evolution. We'll see how this goes. So Orbital is getting a good amount of bombs going, that's for sure. We've got some healing going too. And I'm hoping that Orbital will get fast enough to just start spam attacking, and that will start proccing Galliant over and over. I'm not sure if that's going to happen, to be honest, with the way this is currently looking. This doesn't look as good as I was hoping it would be, which is unfortunate. Oh, that's my timer. My bad. I was doing some laundry. I didn't realize an hour had gone by already. This game goes so fast. It's one of those things. That said, we're right at the end. It's fine. I'll go get my laundry in a minute. Damn, that was a big hit at the end there by Galliant. Oh, here we go. Zeporus is hyper-evolving. Ultimate evolution. Hyper Zeporus. Wow. Very cool. Very cool. We're going to have to take a look at the stats on that puppy for sure. I mean, that bird. It's obviously not a puppy. We're going to dump this, and then I'm going to dump the whale. And then do one of these. So it's got 4 damage per speed. That's pretty darn good. Pretty darn dang good indeed. I think we're going back to this. Smogula, it just didn't really do as much as I was hoping. If I could replace Chilladin with that one penguin instead, that would be really welcome. We have one ice type over here. That's our last chance at it. Let's give it a shot. Okay. Let's see how we roll here. Dude, Zeporus looks like a menace. Oh, also, seeing Electrex reminds me, I've learned a very important lesson in this game. It not only is it important which creatures you bring to the final battle, it's important which creatures you take and don't bring to the final battle. Because if you bring somebody who generates electricity and you can't kill the boss immediately, it's basically a death sentence. So if you're not planning on building an entire team around one of these creatures, you probably shouldn't take them at all. Until they add something like a lightning rod, which is an item I've already recommended. We'll see if they make it. We'll see. But yeah, you need to be really prepared for like crazy combos coming at you in these battles, especially the final battle where you have to deal with just random emergent craziness. Like it's super nuts. Okay, I'm going to force the evolution of Chilladin here, so that way I can get their hyper. So let's do that. Him me. And we're going to buy one of these and sell one of these and one of them, and there we go. We've got Chenchillion. We'll have to do one fight to get them to evolve, and in the meantime I guess we should put the jar of dirt on someone else, just to give them a little bit of bonus stats. That seems welcome. Orbital will not evolve in one more fight, so that is fine. Another physical typing would be great, and Zeporus does have space, so we'll do that. Chilladin is doing their normal evolution. Yeah, there's some delayed evolution stuff going on right now. I don't know what that's all about. Not sure what's causing that. We're going to go ahead and put Orbital in the back so that way Aquana doesn't snipe them out immediately. 67 life is looking pretty good on Chenchillion. Oh, Kenchillion? Senchillion? I don't know. I don't know. You can guess. It's a made-up name. Wait, was that the new guy? I was too busy looking at what my team was doing to see what their team was. I think we saw the new guy there. We definitely didn't see the creature that I'm after, unfortunately. I was hoping we would. God damn. God damn. Big damage coming out of Zephyrus. Speed is fun. Enough said. Look at that. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Hyper Chenchillion. God damn. He's got, like, ice sword sticking out of him. That's so friggin' cool. That's so sick, dude. Oh my gosh. That's amazing. The hypers are so cool in this game. I love it. Like, they just took so many good ideas from Pokemon and then just, like, boom. We're gonna make them the way they should have been the whole time. It's great. It's so cool. I love it. Alright, we gotta give the telescope back. We're getting rid of that item, because that's bad. I mean, it's not bad. It's just not... I wish I could read it, so that way I could show you what it does, but I can't. Don't worry, I already reported that one, too. Like I said, there's a couple little bugs left over that they're knocking out. But it's been less than a week, and almost all of them are already done. So I'm really confident that they're gonna clean this game up and have it be, you know, exactly the way we all dream it to be. Okay, Handora. Handora is a menace, for sure. Just does some extremely degenerate shit. And the fact that we're, like, in a fast attack party means that we're probably just gonna kill ourselves on them. But there's not really much I can do about that. I'm just gonna die, for sure. This is really bad. Surely there's literally no way of winning, right? Handora is so evil. Yeah, we've pretty much killed ourselves. How dare you? Oh my god. Yeah, that's... Not every party can beat a Handora. That's understandable. It just wasn't in the cards for us on that one. Let's go ahead and give the attack boost to Zephyrus here. That will be nice. And we are ready for the final boss. So, at this point, we might as well... I mean, we'll hand over the shield. Why not? It's fine. Or, we could hand over Button and get an extra ice type. This guy's not going down. We're gonna go ahead and say that. He will not be going down today. And, yeah, we need to get all the XP onto Orbital here, so let's dump Fatiki. And we're gonna keep Am I gonna keep Moltician? It's kinda gonna be a menace. It's gonna be a problem. I'm gonna get rid of the ladder off of it. And I'm gonna give it, like, an item that doesn't hurt me, and I'm gonna sell it. Let's get rid of that. And there we go. Gem-packed. That's good. Smogilla wouldn't do me much harm. So we'll leave him. And at this point, all we're looking to do is find some better permanent items. So, like, that's pretty good. Ice Throne is pretty crazy. I could put Ice Throne in a couple different places, actually. I could put the Ice Throne there. And just have even more speed generation. I think I'm into that. I think I'm pretty into that. I like the speed gen. We could get permanent spikes as well. I think we'll go permanent spikes, yeah. That seems good. That seems pretty dang good. And we'll leave everything else the same. This seems pretty solid. for an endgame setup. I'm fairly confident, but, you know, I've made that mistake before. Too bad Gem Pack isn't going to get their Hyper Evolution here. Because we were one spot too late. I should have thought about that. It's good to know that it takes, like, an extra level for them to Hyper Evolve. Or an extra zone for them to Hyper Evolve. Don't make the same mistake I made. Alright, so we've got a little bit of that poison on us. Not that big of a deal. You can see Zephyrus is just gaining basically unlimited speed. Oh my god. Zephyrus, calm down. Leave some for everyone else. Holy cow. Alright, here we go. The real final boss. Can Chaothesis stop me? We'll see. There's my boy that I abandoned. Feels very awkward, man. This is very awkward. Okay. The speed is looking good on Zephyrus, that's for sure. I'm a little bit worried about that low health. We didn't get any HP up on attack this time around, so we're a little bit limited on our HP gen. So hopefully we don't come across too many more spikes, but so far so good. It looks like Zephyrus is just gonna, like, mass clear, maybe. We'll see. We will see. It's looking pretty good overall. Alright. Look at that. He's out. He's out of juice. We need to get some more frost going, but I don't think that's gonna happen. Alright, I guess this is the Zephyrus show. This is really just the Zephyrus show, isn't it? He's just kind of doing everything. Alright, I guess. Thank you, Zephyrus, for speed good. 1,403 damage. Not too shabby. Alrighty. Oh, and we get to see our Hyper Evolution. Let's go. Let's see what he looks like. Damn, it's so cool. It's so friggin' sweet. Look at the bomb stacking. I want to do a run centered around that so much. Oh, we're evolving him twice. I don't know why that happened. Alrighty. Well, that's it. That is it. That's all she wrote. I hope you all enjoyed yet another episode of Kadomon. I've been enjoying the hell out of this game. And, yeah. That's Hyper Evolutions and Split Evolutions. Just looking at a couple, but we're going to be looking at plenty more. If you're interested in more of this type of gameplay, please make sure you subscribe, leave some comments, all that sort of thing. It helps a ton. And yeah, it makes me really motivated to do more of these. Even one person saying like, oh man, nice vid. I'm like, okay, I got to make like 10 more. So yeah, do that. Also, link down in the description for this page, this Google page that has all the information on it. If you're interested in that sort of thing, otherwise, feel free to just like learn on your own or learn from me or however you want to learn. Everyone can learn at their own pace. That is the beauty of gaming. All right, I'll catch y'all next time.